Hey everybody, Trainer Susan with Athlean-XX for Women. Today we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts to get a smaller waistline. Hey you guys, so getting a smaller midsection requires consistency, accountability, and a willingness to invest in your health that goes way beyond just your waistline, but increase your overall longevity. So today let's talk about things that are good to do and maybe some things that aren't good to do. First and obviously foremost, we're gonna have to say, be prepared to change your diet. So getting a smaller waist requires a lot of weight loss for some people, and it just really can't be achieved through exercise. Trust me, I have tried, and it just didn't work. So for me, really looking at everything that I was eating, even though I thought it was healthy, there's a lot of hidden fats and different things we're eating. I took out things that I was having maybe allergies to. Let's say you have like an allergy to maybe different kinds of grains, or maybe you have trouble with dairies. Getting rid of a lot of these, your body is really going to respond in a way that can actually be pretty surprising. So really think about eating those whole grains, as we're always hearing, you know, those really healthy whole foods, a lot of greens and seeds and just water. Really thinking about just staying to they call it the outside of the aisles of the grocery store. Really sticking to those as good staples in your diet. Number two, I'm a huge advocate, always eat breakfast. So if you're getting up and kicking off your day with a healthy breakfast, let's say some oatmeal, I try to throw in maybe some hemp seed, chia seeds, some fruits. Really, just a really good healthy breakfast. That's gonna just fire up your body. It's gonna kind of break that fasting cycle. And if you're skipping breakfast, I guarantee at lunchtime, you're just gonna be like, where is the food? And you're just gonna like go all out and eat whatever you possibly can find. And just everything is just gonna be out the window. So first and foremost, take time to eat a really good breakfast. Third, eat smaller, more frequent meals. So that's what I love about eating more like a lot of greens and seeds and beans in my diet. It seems like I'm eating a lot, but your body's digesting all of these good foods a lot quicker than the processed foods, so you're actually eating more throughout the day. So for me, it feels more satisfying that I'm eating more because otherwise you're kind of eating this processed food and you're just not feeling good. You just feel weighed down. It's just not good for your body, and you're not really eating as healthy as you should. So think about eating those healthy foods, but just eating more throughout the day also keeps your blood sugar up, kind of makes you just perform better. Obviously, exercise, include weights. We all know the more lean muscle mass you put on, the more body fat your body's gonna burn. That's why men tend to lose weight faster than women, because they tend to carry more lean muscle than we do. That's why don't be afraid of using weights. Get your cardio in, however you wanna do it. If you're outside running in the gym, however, plyometrics, do something where you're doing it consistently, at least 3 to 4 times a week. Really getting that heart rate up for maybe 30, 35 minutes along with your weightlifting. Okay, let's talk about the don'ts. As I mentioned earlier, really avoiding those processed foods. If you're out and you need to eat something in a restaurant, you know, kind of really look at the menu and try to find the healthier options. There's always ways to kind of make things work in restaurants, but yeah, because they're just packed with calories, sugars, preservatives. Your body is just not gonna, it's just not gonna run at its full capacity. As I said earlier, skipping breakfast, make sure you're eating a good breakfast, so make sure you don't skip breakfast. Overindulging in sugary treats, sodas, baked goods, they're packed with animal fats. So if that's your way of treating yourself, I used to be a huge kind of person for doing that. Oh, well, I was good for these days, so now I'm gonna have this, and it just adds up. So I've stopped doing that. It takes a while for your body to kind of get used to not having that sugary mess in your body, and then you really just kind of stop craving it. So try to avoid that. And of course, the worst thing you can do is not being consistent with your workout plan, your cardio routine, and your diet. So if you're really set to making changes, especially around the waistline, Those are what you're really gonna have to do. And like I mentioned earlier, it's more than just your waistline. You want to think about longevity because a lot of that visceral fat that people carry is extremely dangerous. It can lead to high blood pressure, heart attacks. So it's more than just something that visually looks good, it's gonna be good for you. All right, you guys, hey, I have about 4 different exercises I'm gonna go through really quickly. These are super great for just kind of helping tone up the waistline. They're some of my favorites. So why don't we get down to doing these exercises. The first one, twisted scorpion. So with these exercises, you can do anywhere from 30 seconds of work to about 15 seconds of rest. I want you to think about doing 3 to maybe 5 rounds. So the first one, you're gonna start in a plank position. You're gonna think about your shoulders over your wrists. Feet are gonna be about the same position. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna reach your knee to the opposite elbow. You can kind of drop that shoulder down a little bit, and then you're just gonna kick it up towards the ceiling and back to start. So you're gonna here, oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna go elbow, elbow, ceiling, elbow, elbow, ceiling. So when you're doing this, you're gonna kind of drop the hip, press through the shoulders. So really using my obliques for this. It's hitting my shoulders too, but really works the waistline. Just that little bit of a rotation in there is really good. So once again, we're gonna do 30 seconds on one side, rest, hit the other side. Okay, next we're gonna go into a front crunch to side crunch. Another one of my favorites. You're just gonna start on your side. Your arm's gonna be out. We're just going to think about crunching in, and then we're gonna V up. So you're gonna crunch and V. So forward, off to the side. So we're really kind of hitting everything with this move. Going from hitting the front of the abdominals right into the obliques. So crunch and right into the lateral. So once we finish, obviously we're gonna go to the other side, crunch up to our lateral. Okay, next we're gonna go into a swing touch. These are great because they're super challenging. Okay, so you're gonna just start on the ground. One arm is gonna be up overhead. You're gonna sit up, you're gonna touch. Then you're gonna swing your leg and your arm out. You're gonna touch again and back down. I tend to just stay on one side and then move to the other side. So you're gonna go here, swing out, touch, and down. V up, swing out, touch, down. So you're just gonna have a little bit of a leg back. So you can see how I'm just kind of keeping my abs engaged that whole time with that, just that small lean back. Makes those get tough really, really fast. Okay, the next one, last. These are what I call Twizzlers. These are kind of a little twisties, and they're just kind of good for the waistline. Kind of a little bit different. You're just gonna use your towels or sliders. Once again, your wrists, your shoulders are gonna be over your wrists. You're just gonna think about bringing the leg out and twisting the hip to the ground. Then you're gonna do the opposite, same with the other side. So you're kind of drawing these circles, but you're really rotating. So you just bring the leg out, rotate the hip down, leg out, rotate the hip down. So you're kind of going from the front of your core to those obliques. Those are gonna be pretty tough. So make sure you take your 15 seconds of rest. Make sure you're getting that really good rotation with this one. So once again, I'm just bringing my leg straight up. I'm trying to keep my body straight. As soon as my leg is coming in, that's when that rotation is gonna start. So then I go straight. Okay, you guys, I hope all of this information was really helpful for you. A lot of these points can be tough for some people because changing your diet, I know, can be really hard. Just take baby steps. You don't have to go cold turkey and just, clean out the kitchen. Just kind of maybe start eliminating things gradually, and eventually you're gonna be where you wanna be. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Thanks for joining me again. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave us comments. We are always listening to you guys, getting ideas. And hey, if you're not following us on Facebook and Instagram, please do. We've got some great stuff. They put out exercises and videos almost every single day. Thanks for joining me. See you guys soon.